The American dream may mean a lot of different things to a lot of people, but for a foreign chef, it's hard to think of a bigger dream than coming to the beautiful country of the USA and getting your own restaurant. Unfortunately, this opportunity is so few and far between for chefs, much less foreign chefs, but Ryan O'Sullivan was able to indeed make his American dream come true. Today, we'll be going through the entire run of Ryan in Hell's Kitchen, The American Dream, and how he not only went full circle to win this season, but become one of the greatest winners and chefs in Hell's Kitchen history. Be sure to hit that subscribe and like button to support these story videos, and with that, here is the full story of Ryan O'Sullivan.
Bloody hell, here I go again.
The premiere of these new school seasons are always important for winners, as before these two-parters, it was actually usually a good thing if the winner was quiet because that meant they were away from the trouble mostly on opening night. However, with more time to character build in these premiere episodes, there's more of a chance to shine, and Ryan would get some great personal content throughout the episode, not to mention he would produce the best signature dish of the night on the blue team.
I've never lost sight of the American dream. I'm nowhere near done. I'm only after scratching the surface. And this is just going to propel me, to astronomical places.
Just give us an insight to the journey.
I'm from Cork City, Ireland.
Cork City?
Yeah.
Is cooking in the family?
Yeah, my father's a chef and his grandfather was a chef. He's absolutely thrilled, over the moon. His whole life is complete, because me and him, ever since I've been 5 years of age, we've been watching you on the TV. If you're going to do this, you got to do it right. To really live the American dream, like you say, So I've waited my whole life to stand here in front of you and present you with this dish. I'm Irish, so it's veal tenderloin, pan roasted, with a veal and rosemary jus.
Yeah, there's one thing missing. I just wish your dad was here to taste this. It's delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah, undoubtedly. 5. Congratulations. Great start. Really good.
Now put me on the map in front of everybody else. First boy on the board, I'm here to fucking stay, yeah?
So yeah, quite a good first impression for Ryan here. Not only getting some great content to fit in line with the season's theme, but a great dish as well. And these factors alone have to make him a top contender already. And while at the time it didn't seem like much, Ryan would end off the episode by getting into it with Jason. While on paper is a bad thing, Jason would end up being the villain of not only this season, but still probably the biggest villain of the 20s. So it's actually a good thing in retrospect that Ryan would oppose this season's villain right away. And this would carry over into opening night, where Ryan would continually get on Jason's case throughout the night.
What do you think?
Looks raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks a little.
Lobster chef, can I walk risotto? Jason's just staring into complete space. He has his pedigree and he's worked for all these chefs, but it's just not acceptable, like. It's just not fucking acceptable.
I feel like Jason's skirting on this one too.
Somebody has to address the elephant in the room. You agree with me?
Chef Ryan, the least you could do is give me your attention.
You can barely look anybody in the fucking face right now.
Well,
right? That's
we're
the
all
God's honest
fucking
truth.
adults and we have to own it.
Fuck you raising your voice at. Just because, you didn't like how someone said something or, how someone looked at you, I don't give a fuck.
So with the two-part premiere officially over, I think it's fair to say that Ryan is a chef to watch this season, as he obviously has an inherent storyline, a rivalry, and seems like a great chef, and it'll be interesting to see how it all culminates throughout the season. Episode 3 will be a somewhat quiet and cool down episode for Ryan, commenting more on the American dream theme for the customers becoming US citizens, and commented about Brad being all over the place during service, which would explain his nomination later that night. Episode 4, though, would be a bit of a tough episode for Ryan, as it started well enough as he would earn a point for his American spaghetti dish, but during service, he would have his only true bad service of the entire season, but even then, it was mostly the fault of his rival Jason that took Ryan down with him.
Is that the way I showed you? Just smear butter on and not in the pan?
I just basted it. I was splashing it before we
You
go
just
up.
basted it. Hey, young man, come here, you. You, come here. Bring me the New York strip.
Yes,
Touch
chef.
that. Is that basted?
No, chef.
Right, look at me.
Yes,
if I
chef.
catch you just smearing cold butter on steak, do you have any idea what that does to the steak?
Ruins it.
Yeah, it turns it grey. Is that basted?
No, chef.
So cut the bullshit, both of you. Is that hurt?
Yes, chef.
Heard that. Good, yeah? That's good, that's medium rare. Yeah.
Too simple, too long? How long?
Walking lamb, walking lamb.
Fucking lamb's raw. Blue team, come here.
Yes, chef.
Fuck's sake.
Ryan, Jason.
Yes, chef.
I got fucking raw lamb. Fucking raw lamb. I'm done with this shit, man. I'm fucking done with it.
Despite Jason being the main problem, Ryan was still in hot water about going up, with Jermaine even campaigning pretty hard for him. In the end, though, Ryan would really put his foot down about going up, and would indeed avoid nomination in the end, with the two picks instead being Mateus and Jason. Now, while Ryan, of course, was never going home, it is still obviously not great to be nearly up for elimination this early on, and even his teammates don't seem to think that highly of him as we, the audience, do. So it'll once again be super important to see how Ryan does going forward after getting a bit of a knockdown. And honestly, the next 3 episodes would be extremely quiet for Ryan, which of course is not a bad thing in the sense that he wasn't having any bad moments to be highlighted, but it wasn't the best bounce back either. And if anything, not only was the audience starting to forget about him, but Ryan was at this point in the season starting to be seriously overshadowed by Jonathan and Demir. Now, I don't normally comment on the competition of these winner videos too much, but in this case, I think it's pretty important to highlight just how much of contenders Jonathan and Demir seem to be over Ryan. For Jonathan, he had easily been the most consistent chef this season, and outshined Ryan when it came to challenges especially, having multiple standout moments after Ryan had the best dinner dish. Not only that, but he had far and away the most personal content, specifically when it came to winning this competition for his daughter Saxton. As for Demir, after seeming like a donkey early on, serving pre-made food in his dinner dish, he had essentially been flawless all season, but where he stood out even more so than Jonathan was his insane leadership during services, as his leadership shined in the biggest of ways during the 6th service of the season, leading to a bit of frustration on Ryan's end.
Come on, I got you, I got you. Yes, chef.
Mac and cheese.
Heard. I got you, chef.
We need a leader. It's definitely important for me to step up, set the tone, be vocal.
Keep talking. Every minute, I need to hear you. Good, you good. Get it up, get it up. Walking up that knack.
Service, please.
Come on, yo, keep it going. Cook with some fucking pride, let's go.
Demir,
Yes, chef.
30 seconds.
Yes, chef.
You're the only one who had a voice. You're the only one who had some fucking pride and passion.
Yes, chef.
Now get in there and come back to me with 2 fucking nominees.
Heard that, chef.
I wasn't shouting at you.
I
saying
know,
that,
I know
I'm
you're
just
not.
saying that you know better because I know you know better.
No, you're right.
I do. What did he say? What did he say to you?
Chef put it in my hands and picked the 2. Said I was the only one cooking with pride. So if you're frantic over this, when you lose one, what's gonna happen?
I'm sick of their fucking shit. Like, own your shit. Own it. Fucking hell.
So again, 7 episodes into the season, and while initially you could have easily said that Ryan was a top contender on the blue team, nearly halfway into the season, he simply is getting outshined by Jonathan and Demir, and being quiet isn't going to cut it going forward. And honestly, Ryan would have a bit of a standout episode in episode 8, as he would be the last man standing in the kitchen during the challenge, which at the time made you think that he would actually be the one to pick on who in his team would compete in the Cook for Your Life challenge. However, for some reason, Ramsay would instead go the OG way of picking the competitors, having the chefs come up to his office and pick on who the weakest chefs were in their kitchen. And honestly, it wasn't even much of a debate for the blue team, as it would be Jason and Devin. Now, it wouldn't surprise me had Devin and Jason picked Ryan as their second choice, and had Ryan been the third chef to compete, had there indeed been 3 chefs competing as opposed to 2. But even if that was the case, as we'll see later on, Ryan knows how to handle himself in these situations, so I think he would have been fine regardless. Episode 9 would be a pretty good episode for Ryan as well, as he would produce a good scallop dish, and got the kitchen off to a good start on a tough 12 top table. In episode 12 though, while Ryan would once again continue his challenge dominance by getting a point, he would continue to get outshined by Jonathan in terms of personal content, and especially Demir when it came to services, as Demir would win his second best of the worst of the season, and he was not about to back down to Ryan.
I'm feeling motivated. I'm feeling determined today to make Saxon proud.
When you get back home, she's gonna be so tall. You're like, where did this growth spurt come from?
I have the days counted down, how long I've been gone. I just hope she just understands that I'm doing this for our American dream.
Need everybody to go at once, yes? Yes. Thank you. 7 minutes out on this risotto. 7 minutes. Good job. Keep pushing, y'all. Keep pushing, keep talking, keep counting down.
Heard that.
I'm at 3 minutes out on this risotto. Chef's table.
Blue team, there was one chef acting like a leader, and that chef was Demir.
I don't feel like I should be nominated, you understand?
You don't make the decision for me. I got this. You don't need to tell me what to do. Take care of it. I got big boy pants.
No, I understand that.
I'm just saying. Look, Ryan's a very strong cook, very knowledgeable. But when it comes to keeping your composure and being vocal, he don't have a voice. We're at that point in the competition where small mistakes can cost you your spot on your team. Do I ever fucking beat around the bush? All
Absolutely not.
I saw everything. Trust me, I'm there.
In the end, Demir wouldn't nominate Ryan, but again, as we enter the late game here, Ryan is officially run out of time to stand out. Luckily though, the final 8 episode would be the perfect episode to indeed step up, as it was the blind taste test and the charity night service, arguably the most important and respective challenge and service of the season for all chefs. He would do very well in both, getting a 2 out of 4 in the blind taste test and had a great leadership performance, as he was given the most important dish in the filet, and did great despite his counterpart in Danya struggling. But the problem was, a lot of chefs did very well as leaders here, as really the only ones to struggle were Danya and especially Jason. So not only did Ryan not even truly get the chance to stand out, but his enemy in Jason would somehow survive this night after 2 awful runs at the pass, which included throwing sous chef Christina under the bus for his mistakes. However, Ryan's story in some ways would all culminate in one epic episode. The final 7 would have to cook 3 dishes to earn their black jackets, and with this arguably being the best final 7 in Hell's Kitchen history, Ryan was going to have to truly earn his way into the Black Jacket Club. In the first challenge, the 2 strongest members of each team, in Sammy and Jonathan, would be the first 2 to earn their jackets. And then for the second challenge, Demir and surprisingly Carmen would be the next 2 to earn their black jackets. This was scary, as with only one other chef earning a black jacket in the final round, while yes, Jason was a clear standout as one of the 2 to get eliminated, from the edit, it truly seemed that Lee was going to get that black jacket as well to complete her underdog run. So all of a sudden, things were looking very scary for Brian. However, after producing yet another good dish, and Jason indeed going home, and Lee getting the 5th black jacket, it would all culminate into one of the best moments in Hell's Kitchen history.
Ryan, young man, that was a tremendous dish, and you showed great flair. But I've got some bad news for you. You're gonna have to put up with me for a little bit longer. Cars, I have a black jacket for you as well, young man.
Black jacket, baby! I fucking told you! I told you I'd do it. It's your boy, all the way from fucking Ireland.
Well done.
Thank you, chef.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Outstanding dish.
Thank you.
Great job, Brian.
This is my life. This is my destiny. This is me.
I mean, I've said it a million times before, but truly an all-time great moment, that not only would the biggest villain of the new era and Ryan's enemy be the only chef to not get a black jacket, but Ryan's effort this episode would be so incredible that Ramsay would break a near decade-long streak of a 5 black jacket brigade to make this season a 6 black jacket brigade. Again, while Ryan did come close to going home here, and still has some work to do in the endgame, no matter what happens from here on out, you cannot take away this moment from him. But again, while this is cool and all, it is indeed time now for the black jackets, and being the final black jacket in, Ryan was in trouble for that alone, given that in the previous seasons with the Black Jacket Lounge, the final chef to earn the black jacket would be the first black jacket eliminated. Not to mention that, just in general, he was being a bit outshined by the insane competition this season, so theoretically, it wouldn't take much for him to go home. And while his first challenge would receive mixed reviews from the judges and Gordon Ramsay's social media followers, his service would be great, getting the kitchen off to a good start. However, far and away more importantly, this episode will be super important to Ryan's winning chances, as we would see the complete, and I mean complete out of nowhere downfalls of his top competitors in Jonathan and Demir.
Yes,
Have you
chef.
sobered up?
Yes, chef. I slept great.
You sure? Because you look like a sack of shit on a hot day this morning.
Chef Ramsay, call me a sack of shit on a hot day.
Chef said I look like a sack of shit.
You okay?
Jonathan is taking what Chef Ramsay said about him really to heart.
I can't believe I got told I look like a sack of shit.
Ready to bounce back from being a big sack of shit this morning and ready to make chef proud. Garnish walking.
There's no lamb on, you give me lamb garnish. I don't want lamb garnish.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, chef.
And you're on the easiest station
Yes,
tonight,
chef,
so I
yes.
just need better performance from you, okay?
I got garnish right here, chef.
Jonathan.
Yes, chef.
More fucking colour, come on.
Okay.
Now,
Yes, chef. Okay.
Jonathan. John, less oil. I said crispier, yeah, but just less next time, okay?
Right here, sausage.
Ice fucking cold again. Touch that. You tell me. Just take your glove off. Take your glove off, young
No,
man.
I know, chef.
No, but you, look at me. Look
Yes,
at me.
yeah.
And I don't know what's happened, whether it's the fucking alcohol last night, you're celebrating too early, but young man,
Chef.
look at me. Look at me. I am not getting your best tonight.
I know, chef.
I am not getting your best.
I know.
If you don't care, young man,
No.
go home.
No, chef.
Okay?
I'll get it on.
Go home. I've got the lamb, but I'm not going to slice it because I can't see any fish anywhere. Where's the fish? Where's the vehicle?
Demir, where's your halibut?
Right here.
Oh,
Walk it, Johnny. Walk. No, just one. You got a salmon to sell?
Did you have your salmon?
To sell? No, we got some right here.
Carmen, Lee,
Yes, sir.
Demir,
Yes, chef.
come here. That is undercooked. That is raw. We're going back weeks ago. We're not even on the same page. Demir, come here. Overcooked salmon.
Yeah,
I'm not serving. Come on.
I know.
Demir's ruining his proteins.
Demir,
Yes, chef.
that one's still raw.
He keeps sending up fish, but it keeps coming back, like undercooked or overcooked.
That's not how I taught you to cook fucking salmon. Let's go, guys.
I got
Come on,
you.
Demir, pick it up, please. Let's
Yes,
go.
chef.
It just looked like kind of like a disaster.
Demir, Jonathan was standing inches away from you. When you need help, delegate. Please give me your jacket.
Yes, chef.
Deep down inside, young man, you're not ready to become my head chef.
Yes, chef. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
In one of the most shocking episodes in Hell's Kitchen history, not only did this all-time great group struggle immensely at the service, but two chefs would go home, with one of them indeed being Demir, with Ryan's other competition and Jonathan having an all-time bad individual episode. And so now all of a sudden, as unbelievable as it may be, Ryan went from third in most people's power rankings to win the season, to likely being at the top as we head into the Final Four in a span of an episode. And speaking of the Final Four, that of course would be the pass run episode. And Ryan would do anything but ruin his chances of winning the season with an all-time great pass run.
Okay, walking in, we're gonna go 2 Rizzo, 1 carbonara, 1 scallops. Yeah. Thank you. How long?
7 minutes.
Make sure they're perfect, okay? Taste, taste, taste. Season everything.
Yes, chef.
For Ryan's first attention to detail test, Chef Ramsay has replaced the arboreal rice in the risotto with orzo instead.
That's not risotto, chef. That's orzo, chef.
Look at me. Put the pan down. Well spotted.
I have 2 tables of 2 for you, okay?
2 twos.
Ryan's next test is already in his hand. He's giving Ryan the wrong number of entrees.
Hey, Marino. It's 4 people on the table.
Let me see 1 main course.
Okay, yes,
Okay,
missing.
man.
Thank you. I'm looking out for everything. There's nothing going to get past me.
I'll finish that. You slice the strip.
Carmen, come here, please. Chef, these are overcooked, yeah? I need medium rare. These are way over, yeah?
Refire, yes.
Refire.
I need 7 minutes, including rest time, chef.
You can do it in 6. You know you can, yeah? Make it happen.
Nicely cooked. Much better. That's the refire. Let's go. Okay, well done. Wipe down the hot plate.
Yes, chef.
Hey, you kept the standards up, okay?
Yes, chef. I feel right at home here. I'm 110% fit to be Chef Ramsay's head chef.
The first chef advancing to the final 3 is Ryan. You were in control. Congratulations.
Thank you, chef. I would not let you down.
So not only had Ryan essentially out of nowhere gone from going home to favorite, he now has to be seen as the true favorite to win this season over Jonathan with his leadership performances in this endgame, combined with Jonathan's meltdown still be on the minds of the audience. But before we get ahead of ourselves, Ryan still has to get past the ever so scary Final 3 challenge. But honestly, I'm sure he was the least scared out of the Final 3 after dealing with the Black Jacket Brigade scare, resulting in him having the best performance out of the 3.
Let's pass your dish down and explain to Chef what it is. Thank you.
I have grilled and I've let them cool in a sauce made from honey, rosemary, orange juice, some lemon juice, candied walnuts wrapped around a goat cheese, finished with some mint.
The presentation's stunning. The beets are grilled beautifully. Feel like I'm eating at a very chic French restaurant.
Thank you. Today I've prepared for you a take on lobster pot au feu.
Visually stunning. I can see that there's beautiful chunks of lobster. The depth of flavor of lobster that comes from that brodo, as well as the filling, it's just stunning throughout.
What you needed to do was really accentuate the flavor of the scallop. By getting that nice caramelization on it, you've increased the sweetness of it, and it really does stand up to the beef, so the match is there.
We're going to begin with Ryan, Chef, on a mark from 1 to 10.
This was a stunning plate of food. You've taken this all the way, mate. I'm giving you a 10.
Wow. Young man, congratulations. You are in the Hell's Kitchen finale.
And so now that brings us into the final 2, Jonathan and Ryan, one of the best bromances in Hell's Kitchen history. But obviously, Ryan didn't care about Jonathan's story or friendship for now, as he was all that was in his way of having his American dream come true. And Ryan would continue his late game dominance with a top 5 finale performance.
Okay, walking in, this is a VVVIP. This is my father and my wife, okay? 2 scallops.
2 scallops per chef.
This is the first time I've cooked for my father, okay? So let's make it count, okay, guys?
Walking scallops.
In the middle, yes? In the middle. Thank you. Sandra, come here. Quick, let's go. I need these even seared, yes?
Yes, chef,
Quick
I do.
sear. Scallops in the middle, please. Let's go.
Walking scallops.
Nice, much better.
Yes, chef.
Come on, guys, last push. Give me this chicken.
It's not ready.
Fucking hell.
Let's go, come on.
Not on the last table, don't do that.
Chicken walking.
Fuck's sake. So that's undercooked.
Jason, fuck's sake, back in the oven, yes? Come on. This is my reputation on the line for the rest of my life. Let's go, back in the fucking oven.
This is right now about Chef Ryan, and I want Chef Ryan to win no matter what.
You ain't fucking won.
Let's go. Service, please. Last table.
My appetizer was good. Would you return to this restaurant? Yes.
You know, Ryan and I haven't always seen eye to eye, but he's a great cook. He was very vocal. He was very supportive. And, you know, I just think there's not a shadow of a doubt that he won this.
Best part of my dining experience, I suppose, watching my son cooking with Gordon Ramsay.
And so after a season of dominance that was especially highlighted in this endgame, Ryan would not only win Hell's Kitchen the American Dream, but indeed this Irishman would have his American dream come true. Truly a full circle moment.
3.
I'm the fucking winner of Hell's Kitchen. I'm so proud to be Irish. I'm so proud of where I come from. I'm so proud of what I've achieved. I told you I'd do it. Vegas, here I come, baby!
So I mean, what's there to say about Ryan, other than he's in my mind, and a lot of other people's, a top 5 chef in the history of the show, as he was dominant in essentially all the challenges, which included some insane elimination challenge performances, and had one bad service all season, and even then, that was more so due to Jason, and had one of the best endgame and leadership performances in Hell's Kitchen history. He truly is the full package, and was able to rise above this insanely talented cast, arguably the most talented cast in Hell's Kitchen history. Now again, obviously the big negative in Ryan's game was being overshadowed by Jonathan and Demir for a lot of the season. However, to counter this, while yes, both those two were indeed dominant chefs, what's to say the edit didn't make them look better than they were, and Ryan's invisible edit made them look way worse off? There's no reason to believe that Ryan wasn't as dominant as a leader as Demir was all season, given just how great he was in the endgame. It could just be the editors playing tricks. I think the editors knew that the Irishman Ryan win this season would be too obvious, and coming off of Alex's insanely obvious win a year prior, they wanted to mix things up, giving massive winner edits to the likes of Demir and Jonathan, only for Ryan to literally rise from the dead and outshine them in the end. And honestly, props to editors for that, but in the end, it truly was meant to be, you could say, as yes, it's cheesy, but Ryan's American dream would come true, and he will likely always be considered one of Hell's Kitchen's greatest winners and chefs. So there you have it, guys, the story of Ryan O'Sullivan. Let me know what you think of Ryan in the comments below, and be sure to hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll get you more story videos just like this. With all that said, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of there.